Hello and welcome to Nerd Sheet Season 2, Episode 1. It's been a while, folks. It has been a while. Apologize, lots of stuff going on right now, but I am back, and the team is back, and we are hoping to bring you a lot more Nerd Sheet episodes this season. So let's get started with this first episode. So Ant-Man and the Wasp trailer dropped today. Now, if you're watching this at a later date, then it dropped on the date that I filmed this, and just look up the date it dropped. That's when it dropped. So I watched it, and I'd like to talk about it now, if that's all right with you. If it's not all right with you, then just leave. I'm going to do it anyway. I took some notes as I watched it. I'm pretty excited. Ant-Man, the first Ant-Man, actually really liked. It was a great movie. A lot of people kind of were a little iffy about it, but I liked it. I thought overall it was a great little film. Ha! Little. So let's break this down. Now, in the trailer, we see, some Civil War stuff going on, little flashbacks to what happened in Civil War. Scott Lang is talking about it, whatever, with the Wasp. Now, my question is, where in the timeline does this film take place? Is this film directly after Civil War, just like Spider-Man was, or is this film more after Avengers, which is, actually when it's being released? Avengers comes in May, and then this summer is Ant-Man. So I'm not sure entirely where this falls in the timeline, because the trailer makes it seem like it's directly after Civil War, but you never know. So that's an interesting take. I don't know. From this trailer, I'm not sure. I would hope it's after Avengers, just to keep it all simple. But either way, it's fine. No biggie. I'm thinking in this trailer, they're going to explore the quantum realm a little more, which is a good thing. Everyone had a lot of questions about that. And where that falls into. Does the Doctor Strange stuff that we saw have to do with the quantum realm and all this multiverse stuff? Who knows? But I hope they dive into it more and explain to us exactly how it all works a little better. Now, speaking of the quantum realm, you have Janet Van Dyne, I believe is the name of Hank Pym's wife, who's going to be played by Michelle Pfeiffer. Now, since they officially cast Michelle Pfeiffer, obviously she is going to be in this film, and they're going to bring her out of the quantum realm. How they do that, I don't know. Don't care. Be pretty awesome to see the original Wasp show up. So I'm excited for that. Now, as far as villains for this film, I took some notes here, so I keep looking over at my notes. Sonny Birch is going to be the villain, played by Walton Goggins. I keep wanting to say Walter when I say his name, but it's Walton, apparently. Walton Goggins is playing Sonny Birch. Now, Sonny Birch, top of my head, I have no idea who his character is. I did some research. He is a Iron Man kind of a villain, kind of like another big millionaire kind of a guy. Billionaire in this case, tech guy who, probably was in the same circles Tony Stark was in himself. But in the trailer, you see a shot of the person in this body suit looking thing. I had to do a bit more research on that character. It looked familiar to me. I feel like I've seen that in whether it be a comic or a cartoon or something, and did some research. That is the villain known as Ghost. Now, Ghost has a couple different incarnations in the comics. Again, it is originally an Iron Man villain that they're using, but in this film, it seems like they're going to have a female play the Ghost character. Now, according to the IMDb, it's Hannah John Kamen who is playing Ghost. Awesome. No gripe for me there. Now, the Ghost character itself, it's like a body suit that has this ghost tech, if you will, that kind of lets you be invisible or phase through things. I think some incarnations Ghost himself, or herself in this case, can also make things around her invisible or phase through them and things like that, which is pretty cool, and also kind of hack any kind of electronic things around. So that's kind of cool. It's like a hacker, invisible ghost like thing. So that's cool. I'm excited to see that. Nice little battle for Ant-Man and Wasp. I'm glad they're not doing the whole, I had the same power as you thing, and Ghost is also going to shrink and stuff. It's better to not do that too much. They did it in the first Ant-Man with Yellow Jacket. He shrunk. We all get it. Big whoop. Now, I saw Lawrence Fishburne in the trailer as well. Lawrence Fishburne, we all know, is, of course, Morpheus. But he was also in the Man of Steel film as Perry. I was going to say Perry Saturn, because my mind is still on wrestling. Perry White in Man of Steel. But in this film, I saw him. I was like, who's he playing? So I did some research. It turns out he's playing Bill Foster, who in the comic books was Hank Pym's lab assistant, and used the Pym particle to become Giant Man, essentially, in the comics. Now, he took the moniker of Giant Man. Then in the comics, he switched over to be known as Goliath. Now, in the comics, they say Black Goliath, whatever. I'm guessing in the movie, they'll just say Goliath, just to keep it a little, why black? Why do you need black in front of just Goliath? That's it. So that's cool to see Lawrence Fishburne. He's a little on the older side, so he probably was fighting crime with Ant-Man and the Wasp back in the day. So it's nice to see him in there. It's always cool to see really great actors in these Marvel Cinematic Universe films. You got Michelle Pfeiffer, you got Michael Douglas, you got now Lawrence Fishburne. It's just awesome to see. So overall, the trailer looked really good, pretty exciting. The only question I have is really about the timeline kind of a thing. Seems like the Wasp and Hank Pym have been on the run since Civil War, or maybe since the Avengers stuff. I don't know exactly, but it's cool because the first film was kind of like a heist film. This one is probably like an on the run film, like they're on the run, running from the law or whatever, the FBI, whatever it is. So it's kind of cool to see. They're kind of like outlaws in this kind of a thing. So I'm excited to see it. I hope you're excited to see it. Please comment on this video. Let me know what you thought. Send in any emails to me and we can read them on the show or something like that. What's my email? It's been so long I did a video. I don't remember. My email is nerdsheet@gmail.com. Snapchat nerdsheet, Instagram nerdsheet, Twitter nerdsheet, Facebook.com/nerdsheet. Everything's nerdsheet here at the Nerdsheet. Comment, share, like, make sure you subscribe. Nerdsheet is out. It's my Spider-Man onesie, by the way. Brother got it for me for Christmas. I'm gonna never take this thing off.
Nerd Sheet.
Hello everybody, this here is Roxy. Roxy would love for you to subscribe to the Nerd Sheet, because for every 100 subscribers, I will buy her another squeaky toy. Ain't that right, Roxy? So subscribe for Roxy.